lately I've been getting a lot of hits, like what happened to this and what happened to that. Listen, guys, let me tell you what's going on with this. You know what, man? Since I was a kid, I've always liked to evolve. There's always something you could do to better yourself. Always. If you're honest with yourself, there's always something you could do. Like, there's always shit to cut back on, or, you know what, man, I have been eating leaner. You ever get on the scale and you're 22 pounds heavier, and you go, I'm not eating that, and all of a sudden you think about what you've been eating lately. Like, fuck, all those fucking shakes do add up. I'm not fucking 18 no more, where I can have 2 milkshakes a day from Carvel and dip. You can't do that shit all your life, you know? So every couple of months, you have to look at what you got and reevaluate and see what's going on. Let me tell you something. The last 2 years, my house has changed. The last year, basically. The home has changed. Again, it changed when I got the kid in. Then it changed again when she went to pre-K. Then when she got to kindergarten, it really fucking changed. Like, you know, every day at 4 o'clock, my day ends. Whatever the fuck I'm doing, unless I'm getting a fucking envelope, my day ends. Because I got to go pick her up. And then you got martial art classes, you got swimming, you got gymnastics. You know, it never fucking ends when you have a kid. People at home that are listening know that it never ends when you have a kid. But it also carried over to the podcast. Like, listen, man, from time to time, I'm up at night late, I can't sleep, I have insomnia, and I'll listen to an old podcast. And yeah, I'll get a laugh out of the podcast, but I'll see a lot of dull spots in there, you know? And I'm like, you know what, man? I got to clean up our act. You know, we've been doing this podcast for 6-7 years. And we're very fortunate. If you've noticed, there's people who have switched podcasts 18 times in 7 years. I wanted to prove a point when I started this podcast with Lee that we don't quit. You know what I'm saying? No matter rain, snow, shine, this is what you do. You give them something when you tell them you're going to give them something. So, listen, if I didn't give a fuck about this podcast, I could just come down here and torture Lee and do edibles. And you know what? Eventually you'll think it's cute and you'll move the fuck on. Well, guess what? I'd move the fuck on too because nothing's going on. So I don't know. For the last year, I just noticed Lee was having a hard time. One night we're here doing bong hits and this poor bastard coughed and I seen blood on his fucking hands. At that point, you got to start thinking about what the fuck are you doing with your life? This poor kid gets bronchitis every 90 days. He's not used to this shit. Listen, I'm showing up with weed here. You guys think we're fucking with you. Like, I go to certain weed stores because they give me 31%, 30% weed. They know what I like. The owners know I give them fucking love, so they save me the best of what they could get. Even if they don't carry it in the store, the guy will say, give me an ounce for Joey. And I'll just put that motherfucker away. That's what I do. We smoke some strong fucking weeds here. And I've seen, you know, like I'm at home doing 20 of these bong hits all fucking day. 6 in the morning, 5 at 2 o'clock, another 6 at night. I do 2 of them with Lee, and I see where the poor kid is. So I'm fucking killing myself to live. Right after I shot the Netflix special, there was a lot of things I had to cut out. But prior to the Netflix special, I had already slowed down with the edibles because I had something going on in my body and I couldn't put my fucking finger on it. Some type of something was just bothering me, would hum in my head from time to time. So I had to start getting rid of stuff. I got rid of milk. I got rid of fucking eating cheese. I got rid of fucking, I just cut things down that, whey protein. I cut all the stuff down that I thought was affecting me. And you know what? The edibles, man, they're a lot of fun. The Lord knows we ate 29,000 milligrams in 4 or 5 years. It didn't stop in here. But if you want to evolve, you know what? If I want to give you a better podcast and I want you guys to have a better experience, yeah, from time to time we have the right guest. We get high, you know what I'm saying? But if not, let's do the podcast fucking straight. Let's try doing the podcast straight. I couldn't do the fucking, what's the thing I was doing? The free thing?
The morning joint?
The morning joint and also. Again, listen, I don't know if I told you guys. One day I went to pre-K to pick her up, and like that day, my wife pulled me over. She's like, you can't get high and go in there no more. I guess you went in there no more. You smell like a pot forest or some shit. Kids passed out after you left the fucking building or something. I don't know what the fuck. So, you know what, man? When it comes to us fucking around, I could fuck around. I got time to fuck around. But when it comes to my daughter, listen, men don't have a chance to make mistakes. Women and fucking kids do. We don't have a chance to make mistakes. So I couldn't go back to that school stone. So I can't smoke 20 bong hits in the morning and drive to fucking school and let those people see me like that. Or go to kickboxing at 9 o'clock. I just couldn't do it no more. I could do a bong hit or two. Don't get me wrong. I love my marijuana. Whew. Ain't nobody fucking quitting here. The last 3 days, I haven't even smoked pot. Just because I had this chest in my cold, and I do not want to travel with this chest in my cold. This cold in my chest. This is how the downhill started for Ralphie. Was with a pneumonia. If nobody remembers, about 3-4 years ago, they put him in the hospital for 4 weeks in Florida. You couldn't even visit the poor bastard because he was in a fucking hospital because his lungs couldn't take it no more. Ralphie would go from city to city, and he was such a sweetheart of a guy that he would smoke with everybody. And when you're going to one city a month and coming back and smoking, that's one thing. But when you're going to 4 fucking cities in a month and you're smoking 4 different types of viral flus with people, you're eventually going to get sick. And he got sicker and sicker. Then he got a fucking cold that would not leave him, a cough it was just horrible that he had for about 6 months. And next thing you know, he goes on a fucking cruise ship or something, and they got to take him off the cruise ship. I feel bad for those guys that had to carry him on those skinny fucking steps. They had to fucking put metal on those steps. They had to get him off on one of those beds and shit where they 4 guys got to hold each side, like the 600-pound life, like a stretcher.
Oh my God.
He told me he was never so embarrassed in his life.
It's when you can't breathe, it's terrible.
It's terrible. And I went through it Sunday night this week. I came home. I'm not kidding you guys. I don't complain about being fucking sick. My liver fucking hurt. And there's nothing wrong with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was phenomenal. But now I didn't have the best sets of my life. I didn't have the sets I wanted. And looking back, I was sick. It was crazy how sick I was. When I go to a town and I don't work out one time, like I was going to go to Stout in Pittsburgh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't even fucking move the next day. I would eat breakfast and have to go right back to bed. I didn't bring Theraflu with me. I didn't bring vitamin C with me. I thought I had Theraflu, but I must have fucking drank them the last time I was sick on the road a couple of years ago. Listen, man, I'm at a different age than you guys. I can't afford to get sick right now. I can't have a 6-month fucking layoff. I like going out too much. Like, I enjoy going out and doing comedy twice a month. It's my release. Last night I went out for the first time all fucking week. I did 90 over the hill in Laurel Canyon. You stay home every fucking night with your wife and your kid from 4 o'clock in the afternoon on. You'll lose your fucking mind. Now I know why guys fucking snap. And it's nothing about not loving them or not wanting to be around them. It's that you have your fucking moments. You have to get out of the house to do what you do. I went to the comedy store. It was like a grenade went off. I went fucking bananas down there because I was like in jail all fucking week. And I went home and it was a release. And now tomorrow I got to get the fuck out of here to start shooting on Tuesday. This morning I got up with the girls and I went into my office and Mercy came in and she was petting one of the cats. And next thing you know, she cuddled over on my leg and I kept typing on the computer and I looked over to pick her up and she was crying. And she doesn't know how long I'm going to come back. Well, I think I'm coming back Easter fucking Sunday or a little before that. No, I can't because I'll be in Minneapolis. But they said that maybe I'd come home on Wednesday. So Wednesday I'll come back, chill for a few days, go to Minneapolis right from here with Dean Del Rizzi, and then do 420 up in fucking Milwaukee, and then go back to New York on Easter Sunday. So it's either or. I don't have what my schedule is, but like I told you guys, you're covered. We taped podcasts that are going to extend all the way through May 4th. Anyway, back to the evolution of fucking life and what you got to do every couple months. So a couple weeks ago, it had to be like 7 weeks ago, I just saw Lee kept getting sick. It was too much drama. Every time we came in here and we smoked, we had to wait for fucking Lee to get it together. 6 minutes, his eyes would get pinned on the top of his head sometimes. When he does a bong hit, he sucks it and his eyes go up. I think he's dying half the time. Listen, I like the kid. I don't want no problems. I don't want to carry him out of here on an ambulance or a stretcher. We've done enough. We don't have to prove ourselves to anybody. We did enough. And yeah, we still get high. I know he was looking for edibles the other night. Listen, you're going to have to get your license back and go to the store, and I'll send you right to Urban Trees, and I'll tell you what edible to get.
Okay, no.
They got some fucking gummy bears that are 10 milligrams apiece. Yesterday I went to Shin Yun with the daughter, and I popped 20 milligrams. And I got to tell you, I was fucking stoned.
Oh, yeah?
You don't get high for 7-8 hours no more on 20 milligrams. It's like a 2-3 hour high. But at least I know they're getting me high. Jesus Christ. We were eating 2,000 milligrams a night, 1,000 milligrams a night of the fucking stuff. Yeah. It took me 6 months to shit out all the fucking Jello powder and shit that those things had in your system. You know what those things clogged to your fucking system? Now you wonder why I eat brand fucking muffins and drink kombucha every day and eat yogurt as much as I can with bananas and fucking a little bit of granola, because you got to balance out your stomach. You got to put those fucking those things back in your fucking stomach. If not, you can't shit. You're all backed up for fucking weeks, so you got to take care of yourself. And I just figured that, Jesus Christ, we've done the podcast all this time. Why not give it a breather? And you're going to see the quality of the podcast. It's not a longer podcast no more because we're not forgetting our topics. We're rambling to death. It's a fucking shorter, more concise, get to the point, let's wrap it the fuck up. I know you people want to listen to other podcast type. I just want you to maintain Uncle Joe in your life and don't get rid of me. Listen, we get our ups and we get our downs just like anything else in life. The podcast business like anything else. That's why I tell people the hardest thing you could do is like late night TV. You got to be funny 5 nights a week. Guess what? That's not going to happen every night. And you're not going to have a great show 5 nights a week. But as long as you go in there, give it your all, and you show up, and you know that you're in there, and you try to give the people something fucking different, they'll fucking work with you. And let me tell you something. Not only am I upset about, I'm not upset about this movie and the other movie in Texas. I'm not upset at all. I'm upset that I have to leave my family for 4 weeks, 5 weeks. I'm shooting both of these movies starting Tuesday the 16th, and I'll be shooting till the 17th of fucking May, going back and forth between Texas, New York, and for the fucking Los Angeles. Yeah, I'll get to see them, but you know what? I'm used to seeing them 5 fucking days a week. So, but, again, you know what, man? Even at 56, you gotta learn how to get out of your comfort zone from time to time. If it's 2 in the afternoon and you ain't high, go fuck yourself. Get out of my face. I want you around me like I want cancer in my ball sack. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna come around here looking at me with your fucking wide eyes, thinking that, I'm gonna reform. Go fuck yourself. My morning starts at 5:30 a.m. Either you're there or you're square. You know what I'm saying?